Hi, boys and girls. I have been so excited to see your Genius Hour proposals. I am so excited. There are so many amazing learning opportunities that are happening out there in the world, in your homes, and I am just delighted to see it. And thank you. So we're going to go on and take it to the next step. You've been approved, and we're ready to learn or carry it to the next step. Okay, so let's go on. First, some announcements though. We have a new lesson numbering system. This lesson today is called Q44. Did you see it? It's because it's the fourth lesson of the fourth quarter officially. Okay. We had lesson 11. That was the first in quarter 4 on the calendar. Lesson 12 was the second. Lesson 13 was the third. Lesson Q44 is the fourth. Okay, we'll continue Q44, Q45, Q46. That's what you can expect to see until we come back to school, okay? So first, may I ask for a little help in naming the files? I have so many files, hundreds of files, and this is what happens sometimes. They look like this. So I don't know who they belong to. I'm a little bit nervous because, not nervous, I'm a little bit overwhelmed sometimes with trying to figure out whose is whose and upload them to my computer or to Google Drive. So I'm really doing a good job of keeping track of them, but I have to rename them all. So if you could just help me a little bit by naming them like this. We just want, first of all, I wanted to say thank you to those who do put their name on them. That makes it much easier and I don't get things mixed up so much. But in the future, if you would do it like this, like put your number, if possible, your name, and your lesson in that order. So it would say A1 through A26, B1 through B25, and then your name and lesson number. Okay, thank you so much. Now to today's lesson. This is for the 28th of April, 2020. Oh, first of all, speaking of the 28th of April, Ramadan Kareem to all of my sweet Muslim friends who are celebrating this month. I just give my greetings to you and wish you well, and I hope that in the middle of your celebrating and your fasting that you will have time to do a little Genius Hour. Okay, so here's our plan. We're going to spend this time on the learn step. Okay, that's step 4. So we're going to learn now. Do you remember that word document? I said it was a verb. Sometimes it's a verb, and it means to record something in your photos or your videos or in your writing notes. Okay. So here's some of my documentation for my learning project so far. First of all, I've actually been, let's see what's happening here. I've been working on my spice cabinet. I took all the spices out of the cupboard and it was a mess. And I washed the shelves more. Here's my new spice cabinet all cleaned up, and notice the peanut butter is still there. I let my husband keep the peanut butter there, but I've got some more work to do, remember, because I was going to try 3 recipes. So I've picked my spices that I'm going to practice with. Let's see, can I change the slide? Yeah, here's my documentation notes. I've been taking notes. So I had 39 different spices. Some of them were doubles, so altogether there were 50 jars in there. There was a couple that had bugs in them. Did you know that spices can get bugs? I don't know if they hatch in there or if they got in there, but anyway, when I saw it, I threw it in the trash. So yeah, so I just took notes as I was working. It's not even neat. It's not something fancy. I'm just taking notes because remember, documentation, I have to do it as I go, otherwise I might forget. So I'm not finished, but I am starting to decide which recipes I'm going to use. I have this Omani spice that smells just heavenly. I want to use that, and some celery seeds. I don't know what to do with those. And I'm going to try something. It's a Sri Lankan dish that uses up some of my spices as well. Okay? So this time it's your job to spend some time learning. I know some of you, many of you have already gotten started. You're practicing the piano, you're cooking, you're taking pictures, you're making plans, and you have gotten into it already. So I'm so excited. But if you haven't, now's your lesson to do it, to spend that time learning. Okay? So you ask yourself, what do I still need to do to answer my Genius Hour question? What do I still need to do or want to do? Maybe I want to add a little more because I'm finished, so you might have time to add something more. Okay, and here's what you'll turn in for your assignment: a Flipgrid response for 1 minute. Now I know some of you, maybe half of you, or a third of you, have not been to Flipgrid yet. So I'm gonna ask you to watch another video if you need it to learn how to get onto Flipgrid. I think it will be well worth it. I think we do a lot of good things there, and I want to see everybody there this time. And that's right, only 1 minute you get. So this is not your presentation. You just tell, what have you been learning? What do you need to keep doing? And questions and problems you might have. So see, what I did in those first slides was an update for you, right? I showed you a little bit about what I have been doing and what I still need to keep learning, because I have my recipes to try. That's what I'll be doing this week when you're doing it, okay? And then you have another little bit of an assignment, at least one reply to another grade 5 student, okay? It'll be on Flipgrid. So you can help each other. So if anyone asks a question like, I don't know what to do about this, or if you just want to help encourage them and keep them going, give them some ideas, you can do that in a reply, okay? Here's the rubric I'll be using for a listening and speaking mark for this section. Okay, so you'll speak clearly in your video and slowly enough to be understood. For the third section here, you'll share a little bit of your documentation, but just a smidgen. Okay, I don't want you to give everything away. Don't show us everything. It's not your presentation, remember. Okay, and then here you replied to at least one of the other students on Flipgrid. And I just wanted to point out, these are 3 people who could help you if you wanted to. Yusuf Nader, Nawar, and Ali Ehsan know how to do that. So talk to them or talk to me or watch the video. You can learn how to do that, okay? Next week's lessons will be sharing. So next week, so you still have another week after this before you have to work and finish this presentation. So share, step 5, sharing is the presentation, okay? Then we'll also reflect, just answer a couple questions about what you learned. Okay, God bless you, boys and girls. Ramadan Kareem, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.